Then he say, don't punch down when talking about people like Chris Sununu or Sloppy Chris Christie or Ada Hutchinson. I call him Ada, not Asa, because of certain reasons. Or others. But sometimes it's necessary to talk badly about those that for no reason other than politics speak badly about you. Otherwise, the people that love you don't know whether or not they're for real. Are they saying the truth? They're not. So sometimes you have to punch down and you have to say what's happening. Otherwise, they won't understand. It's not fair to them. You have to put them in proper perspective, these bad people. You have to put them in their place.
There's a lot of weird Trump videos that we talked about. That was a weird one, Daniel. What do you think?
My brain is really still having a hard time wrapping around like what he's trying to say. Like, I guess he's like defending his abusive language towards other people, which is like, what else are you gonna do? You have to defend it or stop it. Like, so you've got to kind of stand behind it. But he's like, you need to tell people that it's okay to make fun of people, otherwise they don't know they love you. I'm like, what are you talking? Like, what? It's like, okay, Grandpa. I'm gonna like, I don't really understand like a lot of what he's trying to get across, but I don't think it's really professional. Is like the best word to say, to like be slamming your opponent so childishly when we're just trying to get facts out there. I prefer a stats, over a roast. I don't know what else to call it.
Insults.
It's like this mudslinging that he tries to do all the time. But people seem to respond to it. That's what his core group of people like about him. They're the bullies on the playground. I feel like a lot of them anyway. At least the people from my high school who ended up being Trumpers are the ones that you're like, of course they are. Like it was those same people that were like, being bullies and like eating lizards on the football field. Like it's just like doing crazy stuff that you're like, what are you doing? So I think this is another example of I'm rubber, you're glue, whatever you say bounces off of me and sticks to you. It only just shows his character as a man and as a politician and as a world leader. Like if he's gonna be slamming people and calling them weird names and stuff like that, I think that's just a big character flaw for me as far as how I would want my leader to be.
Yeah, his character, and also, in that many people love him, love what he's doing, will love that video. It reflects on their character as well. By the way, I just want to quickly say, so he says sloppy Chris Christie. Okay, we all get where he's going with that. It's super weird to me that when he's routinely mocking people for being overweight, the literally millions of Trump fans who are overweight seem to have no problem with that. But I've accepted it. They don't see that as a weird thing. Okay, that's fine. But Ada rather than Asa Hutchinson, I call him that for certain reasons. Could we pause for a second? What are the reasons?
Is this some weird like transphobic kind of like, or whatever? I don't know what it is. It's just some weird kind of misogynistic, transphobic kind of messaging. I think it's
Okay, so Ada is supposed to be like a girl's name, so he's calling this grown man a girl. That's what's going on?
Because the grown man approved trans legislation. So it's like his way of just sort of like mudslinging about, again, humanity? Did anyone think about including humanity in this at all? Like, aren't we supposed to be America? Like, isn't that what we're about? Or supposedly, I don't know, or what I was taught. I'm trying to figure it out myself because where we're headed is a scary place sometimes when these are, that's our former president.
Yeah.
It's a little bizarre.
Yeah, and look, and I'll end with saying, his explanation, like there is a version of what he said that maybe makes sense, which is, look, I understand that like really like tearing a hole into someone who's at 2% might seem weird, but if they're telling specific lies, I need to point out those lies because otherwise they could just spread unchallenged. Like that's a rational way to explain what he's saying, but he's not pointing to specific lies. And the way that he talked about the obligation that he feels towards his audience is insanely patronizing and condescending. Like he was talking about the people that like him as if they were like dim-witted 5-year-olds. Like if I don't do it, they won't know if they love you, if they should. What are you talking about? Like he seems to have no respect for them. And I believe that that's an accurate reflection of the way that he thinks about those people. It's just add it to the pile of things that if you were a Trump fan, this should deeply bother you, but for some reason doesn't. And I will just really fast, let me just say, Ron DeSantis needs to get a little bit of that. The ability for his massive faults to automatically be apologized for by his base. Trump has that better than anyone else in history.
I think that's what DeSantis is shooting for, especially with like some of his like slings and arrows against Gavin Newsom, like just trying so hard to get into the mudslinging game because it seems to be what the fan base wants. They all want to get up on the steel cage and go fight, you know. And so I think he's trying to stir that up, but it's weak sauce. It's weak sauce. And it's got a lot of the energy of like when you ask your parents something and you really want to know the information, like because I said so. It's like it's got a lot of because I said so to it that I think is not enough maybe for this time around for Trump. I think some of his supporters are going to start to question that kind of behavior.
Yeah, I would love to believe that. I hope that there's evidence to that effect.
Check out the Damage Report podcast each day, wherever you get your podcasts, whether Pocket Casts or Stitcher or iTunes. You can join me as I give you the news and stories you want, with a range of co-hosts and interview guests jumping in on the fun each day. Again, that's the Damage Report, wherever you get your podcasts. And if you get them at iTunes, don't forget to rate and review. Sometimes I'll read them live on the show.